This thumbnail hits pretty good right here, doesn't it? I think so. I think so. Harrison and Dvalishvili celebrate as 135-pound champions at UFC 316 with President Trump looking on. Y'all want to see the script? I'm going to help you, okay? So, it is interesting. I see with the 135 right there, because I see Kayla Harrison. It says here that she weighs 155 pounds. Now I don't necessarily know what's going on with that, but you see how it says she's 155, and her opponent Juliana Pena is 134. So maybe she dropped down to 135 possibly. So she would be huge probably at that weight. I just want to say that. I just want to say that right away, okay? And I mean, if you couldn't tell already, it is interesting that her name is Harris, right? Kind of like Harrison. I mean, it is Harrison, but kind of like Harris, like Kamala Harris, right? With you see her with Trump there, and I don't even think that's really Trump. I really think that that is a guy like with the mask on. I ain't even gonna lie. I think they're trying to see if they can fool us, which they probably fooled a lot of people. Um but I mean, her name's Kayla. You get K like Kamala. You know what I'm saying? And I think this stuff, we get all these stories, I think, by the language. So I think if you get a Trump connection, they got Trump in the title, I think you're going to get other words that are familiar with Trump and stories, right? And I think that's why we get Harris in here. And the guy that beat Sean O'Malley, I think this is a rematch. Dvalishvili. It's kind of like Devil, you know what I mean? And I think that's again syncs up with the language, and we're in the 6th month. See the guy. Oops, you saw a little pre-connection there. But that's the dude with the belt here. All right. And we're in the 6th month, right? So his name kind of sounds like Devil, okay? And remember, Taylor Swift bought back her 6 albums. Remember that story? And that was all connected with the 6. It had the 3 and the 6 as well. So I think there's kind of like this satanic theme with the 6th month, but I think that's why we get this guy whose name sounds like Devil, and then we get Kayla Harrison, kind of like Kamala. Now let's check out some of these highlights a little bit here. So you're gonna see this looks like it's gonna be a submission. Oops. All right, wrong button. So let me fix that. Let's go back over here. I don't think you see what I accidentally clicked on there. Oh, okay. So we are still here. Okay. So I can just leave that tab up. So let's take a look at this. Let me X that. And I meant to slow down the speed a little bit. Okay, and you can see Pena. Looks like she's about to get submitted here, right? So this is round 2, closing in on a minute remaining. Okay. What do they call this? A rear naked choke attempt, possibly? It's been a while. It doesn't look like it's in the best. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't look like she's in the best position for it. Maybe this is a different type of choke. Like a side rear naked choke, maybe. But you can see she's about on top of her. Oh, I think I know. Is that like a what they call a head and arm choke? I don't know. But you could tell she doesn't look like Pena doesn't look like she's doing very well there. And it looks like she's in that position for a little while. Okay. So it looks like she grabs the arm. I forgot what that's called. Is that called like a Kimura? I forgot what that's called. Or like a reverse Kimura or something. I'm not 100%. Oh, look at her face, man. Look at her face. She knew that she reached that. Look at that. She's like, oh, damn. Let's not tap out there, right? Something's going to break. You know, and you see the celebration. And if this is a 155er coming down to 135, you see Trump right here. Maybe looks a little bit more realistic there. But I know they'd be making real masks as well that look pretty real. Remember, he's beefing with Musk now. And remember, Kayla, like Kamala, Musk is trending. Musk kind of sounds like Mask. I'm telling you, this stuff is all no real facial expression there. So that may be some kind of realistic mask. And whoever that guy is, you know, hey, you can say that's speculation. Go for it. I understand, right? So you see the highlight again here. And we're going to look at the highlight of the other one. Look at 2 shots in every can. I don't know what those are. Those look good, though. Okay, and you see the tap. Now let's look at the other one. I think the other one was a submission as well.
In a high-stakes rematch for the UFC Bantamweight Championship, reigning champion Merab Dvalishvili defended his belt against the
And I don't think so. He defends his
former
belt.
title holder Sugar Sean O'Malley in a thrilling 5-round battle.
That's a 5-round battle. He defends his belt. The set against the former champ O'Malley, and this is their second fight. And I don't think I can just play that footage all the way through either, but we're gonna check it out a little bit anyways here. If it plays. Okay, yeah, I think I can do this. Hold on.
Crisp punches and executed a smart strategy by keeping the fight centered in the octagon. Both fighters had their moments, with O'Malley landing a big left hand, but Merab responded in kind. In the final minute, Merab's pace and pressure began to overwhelm Sean.
Sean O'Malley's a good fighter.
Of his performance against Henry Cejudo. He smothered O'Malley with top control, making it difficult for Sean to breathe or escape. Dvalishvili retains his title in dominant fashion, with another the tap. Merab Dvalishvili retains his title. Eventually, he locked in a submission, forcing the tap. Merab Dvalishvili retains his title in dominant fashion, with another elite performance fan.
More like a choke there. It looked like, I don't know what that one's called, but you see the victory. And again, 2 shots in every can. I would probably slam
Fans are beginning to
Is it an energy drink? Oh, it's probably alcohol, right?
ask, is Merab the greatest bantamweight of all time? Let me know your thoughts.
And they say that all the time, man. Every couple of years, you get somebody who's like the new greatest fighter ever. You know what I'm saying? Right? I mean, that's just kind of how it is with the UFC. I stopped paying attention. My era was Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, BJ Penn, Matt Hughes, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz. You know what I mean? I think that was the great era. There's probably some of y'all's out there too, right? Okay, so look.
In a high-stakes rematch
And Trump, obviously, this Harrison Kamala connection. And this is Kayla. That's wild, isn't it? I think that's wild. There might be some points that I miss here, but I mean, this is a breakdown, okay? This is a decoding channel. I mean, if you came because you're super interested in what happened, okay, maybe we do cover some of that. Maybe we don't cover some of that. But look at this, man. Harrison, you saw her tap Juliana Pena. She's got that Harris name. Harrison like Harris. She's got the K like Kamala. Obviously Kamala Harris synced up with Trump. Trump looking kind of bulky right there, right? Is this the real Trump? We don't know. And, we had some of that speculation with Biden as well with the mask. That's interesting because Biden be wearing that mask around COVID time, right? So that is kind of interesting as well. Musk trending like mask with Trump, but obviously these two characters connected. I told you I think this is with the language, and you can't really deny Kayla Harrison. Trump's involved. It's not the first time Trump's been synced up with the UFC, but you're gonna get a decode like every time. You know what I mean? It's for a reason. Are you kidding me? Look, her middle name is Jean, Kayla Jean Harrison. And that looks like a person in a mask. I mean, there's no way those teeth are real even. But maybe they're real. Maybe it's another guy with some kind of mask. I don't know. But Kayla Jean Harrison, look, what does Jean mean? The French form of John, but also an English and Scottish form of Jane, which is a feminine form of John. That's Donald Trump's middle name is John. And she's got Jean. Look at this. This is UFC 316. Like John 316. Fake world. Fake world. Script. Code. Pumped out of a computer. Lottery. Right? Story by the numbers, by the language. What does John 3:16 mean? You got to be kidding me, UFC 3:16. This is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only son so that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. You may get variations of that meaning. Don't forget Trump's dad's middle name is Christ also. Just don't forget that. It's interesting, right? And is it Jesus Christ? I think Jesus Christ equals 146 in the code, which is Trump's birthday, the 14th day of the 6th month. Am I recording? I better be. I think with Jesus Christ. And look at how Jesus, you get 61. John equals 61 and 16. That's amazing. And J, you got the J like John, right? And remember, Trump equals 47. But look at Jesus Christ. Look, you get that 74. But look at, you get 146, which is Trump's birthday, the 14th day of the 6th month right there. And I'm telling you, we're in the 6th month as well. 6 has S like Satan. And obviously you get the 6. You know what I'm saying? Like 666. And don't forget, oh yeah, I don't want to give this other point up yet, but you know what I'm saying? So there is something to that. And look, the other guy, remember the other guy's name sounds like devil. Look, Dvalishvili, kind of like devil. I hate to put that on you, guy, but I mean it's the name. You know what I'm saying? It's the name. That's what I think, okay? So maybe you get like a God Satan theme here. You know, you get the 316, you get John 316, UFC 316. Remember the 6 month? Maybe this is synced up with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Austin 316, the former pro wrestler. Stone Cold's got the S, like 6 month. Right? There might be a connection there as well. But we're over here, we're doing this breakdown. Juliana Pena, she loses here to Kayla Harrison. Look at Juliana Pena's birthday. The 19th day of the 8th month, 198. President Trump equals 198. In the ordinal cipher, he's at this event. Okay? Notice how she's born in 89. Remember, 89 was the speech by Gerald Ford in the Herbert Hoover Library. If there is a female president, this is how it'll go down. Remember that speech? All the decoders were talking about it, including myself. Right around Kamala time, everyone's like, oh, that was obvious, wasn't it? And you get Kayla Harrison here like Kamala. But anyways, look at how she's born in 89. That's the year that speech was given. You know what I'm saying? And that one day after my birthday. Oh, but look at that. That's not a coincidence. And that was a late add on. I almost missed that. That's interesting because my last name is O'Connor. And look, you get O'Malley here synced up in this event. That is interesting. I'm telling you, this is a fake world, y'all. This is a fake world, and that's pretty damn interesting right there. And you see they get President Trump at the event. President Trump's right in the title here. And he syncs up with Merab Dvalishvili. Look at the dude wins. You saw the tap out. Unless it's edited out by now for copyright reasons. Look at this. You saw the tap out of O'Malley. Look at Merab Dvalishvili. Look at the 166 in ordinal right there. Trump's last birthday. Not the one upcoming. The one upcoming is the 165th day of the year. But look at his last birthday. Right there. Leap year or whatever last year. Am I right? But look at his last birthday. The 166th day of the year, June 14th. Isn't that amazing? 166, and he's at this event. So he's syncing up with everybody. He's syncing up. Wait till we get to O'Malley. This is wild, isn't it? He's got the 76 as well. Merab with his name. Like Donald John Trump's got the 76. Even the event is on the 160th day of the year, June 8th. I mean, dude, this event is 6 days before his birthday, even in the 6th month. I told you there's a 6 theme. You got the red Republican. That color red is also associated with Satan. Okay? Isn't that wild right there? That is, isn't it? Ooh, Saturday S. 6S. Satan S. Ouch. Yes. And John 16 and 61. You see that? So you get the 1 and the 6 again. Don't forget the Capitol riot they blamed on Trump. January 6th in history. 1-6. Not to mention we've been seeing 16 and 61 everywhere in the decoding community. Amazing, right? And there may be something I missed there. But damn, right? You can look at the last live I did, and I brought up this kind of like Satan theme that's going on lately. I brought it up in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Stanley Cup, you get another S. And Brad Marchand, how he's hitting big in the Stanley Cup final. You know, he's all connected with the number 6. He wears 63. You know, like 3 6s. Go check that live out. Okay, look at Sean O'Malley. He loses. You saw him tap. Sean O'Malley, like Sean Diddy Combs. Trending. He also goes by Sean Love Combs. His last album was the Love album, Off the Grid. Don't forget it's Pride Month, like love. You know, if you look deeper into that, you'll get a Satan connection. Look, Sean, you get a S, like 6. Remember, we're in the 6th month. Look at that. Does he really got love tattooed on his cheek? You see that? Like Sean Love Combs? Sean, like Sean Diddy Combs? Sean even rhymes with Jean. Remember, he had the Sean John collection, the clothing line. It's not a coincidence Sean O'Malley's birthday is just before Diddy's birthday. Just under 2 weeks before Diddy's birthday. It's not a coincidence. Fake world. And he's got the hair like Pride Month. And he's got the hair like Pride Month. Look at that. He's got the rainbow hair. Don't forget about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Okay, I'm recording this right now. It's going to drop 6:10. As I'm recording this, it's 6:09, y'all. As I'm recording this, it's June 9th. As I record this, like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Look at that right there. Oh, it's magic. You see that? Don't forget Diddy. D like Daniel Hernandez, which is 6ix9ine's name. And don't forget Diddy, born in 69. Woo! You like that? You like that right there? And look, Diddy is age 55. We need to know in the decoding community, God equals 55. Satan equals 55. We need to know that, y'all. As decoders, we need to know this. You like that 6ix9ine connection on the fly right there? You like that 6ix9ine connection on the fly? It's 6-9 still. It's 11:51 as I'm recording right now. Look at that, man. And this event on 6-7, so trending on 6-9. How do you like that, man? Isn't that wild? You like that? I like that. And you even get the D like Donald. Daniel D with 6'9". Dvalishvili D. Right? Did I say Diddy D? You know? Ooh, look at the date of this. Did I say the fight? I might have said the fight was 6-8 earlier. Man, that connects either way with Trump, right? It connects either way with Trump. Yeah, I think I might have said earlier that the fight was 6-8, but it was 6-7. But that connects either way with Trump, y'all, because that's the 7th day of the 6th month. And remember, Merab Dvalishvili has the 76. Donald John Trump has the 76. I should have caught that because you see it right there in that slide even. You see that? Look at that right there. Look at that. The fight, the 158th day of the year, Donald John Trump 185. Isn't that amazing? Oh, okay, so I did kind of mess up this slide right here then. Oh, trending. I did mess up that slide then, right? Where was this event? This event was in New Jersey. That's interesting because that's where the band Heart had their instruments stolen in New Jersey, Atlantic City, Hard Rock Cafe and Casino. Heart, the band Heart, and that was connected with Love, right? And Diddy was connected in that breakdown. So you get the Diddy connection here. Wow. So I guess this was trending on 160, the 160th day, one day after. Or wait. Oh yeah, that still connects right there. So it was trending on 6-8 one day later. So I might be okay with that slide. I just said the fight was on 6-8, but trending on the 160th day of the year. So you see how that still connects right there. So I think that slide's okay. But yeah, the fight was 6-7 or the 7th day of the 6th month. All right. So I think I made myself clear there, right? Do I get a pass? Okay. Isn't that amazing though? Look at how this comes together, man. Even Marab's birthday, he picks up the victory. Oh, let's not forget Dana White down there, president of the UFC. White, like White House with Trump. Come on, man. Come on, man. That probably syncs up with the immigration stuff trending right now, right? Look at president equals 110, like Merab Dvalishvili's birthday, 110, January 10. Let's not forget that's 7 days before Michelle Obama's birthday as well, and 4 days after the Capitol riot, which is synced up with Trump. I want you to notice here in the code with the language, letters, numerical values, UFC 316, look at 331 in reverse reduction. Reverse that 331, you get 133. President also has the 133. White House, government 133. What do you think? Look at Kayla Harrison's birthday, leaving 207 days in the year, like 27. And her birthday is the second day of the 7th month. Let me fix that slide there so you can see it better. Boom, you see that? Look at that. Leaving 207 days in the year, this fight, to sync up with their second day of the 7th month birthday. Even her full name, Kayla Jean Harrison, 277, like 27. President Trump equals 72. Like the birthday, the 7th month, and the second day. Don't forget that Jean John connection. Absolutely amazing. So I do this for fun. Obviously, I deserve to get paid for this, but that won't happen. But isn't that amazing? You like those connections? You know, and remember trending on 6/8. That's Kanye West's birthday. This was trending on right around Trump's birthday in this fight. Kanye's got that K. Man, look at that. Kanye's got that K like Kayla. You know, Kanye, remember all the rumors him running for president? And look at this fake Trump right here. It's all like some buff guy in a suit. That was nice, wasn't it? So let's scroll the article real quick. I just want to see if anything else pops. You know, maybe we get some other facts here. Again, Harrison, they say, weighs 155. So if she fought at 135, I didn't get any 135s. It's one number shy of 136. Remember, this is UFC 316. So you get, you know, the same numbers there, right? Scroll down. Again, I may have pronounced the names of the submissions wrong earlier. It's okay. If we catch them on the fly here, we catch them, but it's all good. And this was the second time O'Malley and Dvalishvili fought, if I'm not wrong, or if I'm correct. Okay, so I think we can go. I want to see the fight card here as well. Nope, not. I'll decline that. I'll just hit the X and get out of that right there. Trump was accompanied by Dana White, and the pair headed to their cage side seats for UFC 316 to Kid Rock, American Badass. Kid Rock's got that K as well, like Kayla Harrison. Oh, they're talking about this other fight. Here's another K. And look, Kevin Holland, KH, like Kayla Harrison. You see that right there? Choked out Vicente Luque to win the first fight with Trump in the building. Look, you get a Joe here like Biden. Joe Pfeiffer draped himself in the American flag after he defeated Kelvin Gastelum. Look, another K like Kamala, like Kayla Harrison. Look, they're talking about Mike Tyson here. We've got the President of the United States. We've got Mike Tyson, Pfeiffer below. So Tyson might have been here as well. Tyson's got that T like Trump. Was Tyson there? Trump and Mike Tyson's. Oh, they shook hands? Remember Tyson had that boxing match. with Paul or whatever. It said something about they shook hands. I don't see no pictures though. Oh, there they are right there. Don't forget Tyson's birthday just hit. Damn it. Tyson's birthday just hit. Or it's about to hit. Look, he's got that 6'3". There's that 3-6 theme again. There's that 6 theme. Tyson could be a little bit devilish, huh? You get that 3 and you get that 6 again. Look, he's born in 66. In the 6th month. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay? I'm telling y'all. That's just how it be. Again, you see this right there. Bam. And don't forget this last name is like devilish. So let's look at this card. I don't want to go too long here. I'm trying to find. I was trying to find the card. Let me pull it up again. Who else is on? Okay, we mentioned those two guys. Mario Batista, Patchy or Pachi Mix, Kevin Holland, Vicente Luque, Marlon Vera, Mario Batista. So, I mean, I'm going to leave it there. That was a solid breakdown. I'm not too stressed out. It's amazing. Let me know what y'all think. Harrison and Dvalishvili celebrate as 135-pound champions at UFC 316 with President Trump looking on. I mean, there's always something that can be missed. But I think that was a solid one there. I appreciate once again being able to do this and put this out there. Keeps me out of trouble, I guess. Okay? Until next time. Peace.